Well, this is a very important video that we haven't had a single discussion about for months now. Right now, in Maricopa County, we are having an actual audit slash recount slash everything. Yes, it is a real audit, not this crap of, oh, we're just gonna recount the ballots and count as an audit. No, they are checking the machines so the Q people can shut up finally, and they're checking the real issue of this election, the ballots themselves. A forensic audit of the ballots. So they're going to do a signature check on all the ballots. They're going to make sure all the ballots were legally cast. Then they're going to inspect the ballots themselves. Make sure it was folded correctly, because there's no way a mail-in ballot can arrive without being folded. If it's flat, like a lot of people assumed they were, yeah, that may be an issue with the ballot. But enough of that. So, we have an interesting timeline, events happening as we speak, which is absurd what's happening in Maricopa County. So, just a day ago, the clowns in the Arizona Democratic Party sued to stop this audit from happening. Well, the judge put a temporary stop on it yesterday, but then he ordered the Democrats to pay a $1 million bond to protect the audit team from financial losses. They had to pay $1 million just to stop this audit for a little longer. They refused. And, well, they were claiming some of the most hypocritical crap I have ever seen about this election. So you knew for months that the left, Democrats, the establishment, whatever, were saying for months, this is the most secure election ever. You don't need people to check the ballots. They're perfectly fine. You don't need live TV. That's all fine. We're perfectly secured. Well, the Democrats claimed that this is a breach of privacy, that this is illegal, that this is not secure for the ballots. They're claiming that this is not secure for the ballots. Yet during the election, nobody watched what happened. Nobody knows what happened. The poll watchers were kicked out, etc. There wasn't any footage, except in Georgia, where we saw clear evidence of bullshit. But in this audit, there's actual cameras. You can watch this entire audit right here. 9 different cameras, essentially 5 nights in Arizona. You can watch everything. Make sure nobody's doing any bull crap. It's completely transparent. So, there's no need a poll watcher for this, when you can clearly see everything happening in front of you. 9 different cameras, and there's actual people walking across the entire room. There's people checking every now and then. They're making sure nothing bad happens. And they actually have a good system. They have like 4 poll watchers per table. It's a pretty good system. But the Democrats sued, saying this isn't secure. This isn't transparent. And, of course, it failed. The judge said, okay, 1 day halt on the audit. But you must pay up a $1 million bond for me to even consider this. They decide not to. So instead, the judge is just ordering, okay, Monday. Monday, I will just review the rules and procedures of this audit to make sure they're fine. Fine, that's fine. And the Democrats are whining about security. I mean, this is just complete hypocrisy of all of this. That the Democrats who said that you don't need poll watchers, that this is secure enough, that this is transparent enough, when there is cameras live showing this entire live feed, it's somehow not transparent. And there's people walking around the room the entire time. This is not transparent, but what we got during the 2020 election was. But that isn't even the most absurd part of all of this. Just a day after this court ruling saying that pay up $1 million or else, they refused, PayPal is indirectly trying to influence this audit. They suspend donations to volunteer rangers. These are volunteers who are giving up their time as rangers to make sure the place is safe, to make sure it's secure, make sure that no idiots run in there and try to blow up everything. Well, PayPal suspends it. This is so absurdly obvious that they're trying to influence this audit. They're trying to make sure there's no security. They're trying to stop this audit from happening. And this is absurd why PayPal did this. They just did it. It's absurd. It's a non-profit organization. I mean, it's just absurd that they did this. Luckily, the GoFundMe page happened. They created a GoFundMe page where they're going to be able to have old donations still coming so they can afford to do this. I mean, it's absurd. I mean, this is just directly, just from PayPal, directly trying to influence this. I mean, again, you could just say, oh, it's not transparent enough, yada, yada, yada. This is 100 times more transparent than anything we got during 2020. 100 times more. Because the cameras in Madison didn't work. The ones in Milwaukee didn't work. And they were facing the opposite direction. These, you could see everything. See every single thing happening at once. Yet the Democrats and the left are claiming this isn't secure enough. This isn't transparent. And now they're magically worried about transparency. They're worried about the ballot security. Yet you have 5 people per table checking the ballots as we speak. It's absurd that this is even a conversation, that PayPal is trying to influence this audit, that the Democrats think that this is not secure. I mean, this is just absurd. And the worst part about all of this, Trump lost Arizona by 11,000 votes. Okay? What happens if it turns out after this audit, Maricopa County, there's 20,000 bullcrap ballots? Just 20,000. If that happens, just 20,000 ballots that were wrong, whatever, wrongly counted, etc., etc. You do basic math. Trump would win Arizona, Georgia, Wisconsin. If that were to happen. Not saying it's going to, but if that was going to happen, I want answers from the left explaining how this supposedly unsecured audit somehow picked up all the crap that happened during a totally secured election, totally fortified election. It's absurd. Not saying it's going to flip anything. All I'm saying is the hypocrisy related to this just boggles me. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, smash a like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, and yes, thank you guys for watching. Follow my Twitter, follow my other alt tech accounts, and yes, thank you guys for watching.